Hello, everyone. Good evening. Wishing you all a very warm welcome for the second session on Connecting the Dots Season 2, Our Festivals and Responsible Tourism, India and Abroad, which is organized by the National Scientific Committee of Cultural Tourism, NSCCT, in collaboration with NSC's Intangible Cultural Heritage and the Historic Towns and Villages, ICOMOS India. I hope I am audible to all and perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, and he's trying to spread the humanitarian ideology globally. So thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev. That was a wonderful presentation. Thanks for the two great videos. I'm sorry we could not connect the audio, but I think we'll work it out. So, in the next sessions, we don't have this issue again. I think we can now move on to our next speaker. If anyone has any queries or questions for Dr. Sanjeev, please write them down in the chat box and we can take them up later. Our next speaker is Engineer Dilip Chankakoti. He is the Northeast Zone representative and is an engineer by profession. He wears many hats. He's a published author and is currently busy studying the 7th century hand gesture scripture and a 17th century Vaishnav musical rhythm scripture. And he will be publishing the translation with commentaries of the same. He has also published 30 papers on music and cultural subjects. He was directly involved with ICOMOS and the National Museum, New Delhi since 1998 on the Majuli project, which is a river island in Assam. Today, he shall be talking to us about the Buddhist cultural tourism in Assam and the related festivals in detail. So, Dilipji, please, I will be sharing the screen now.
Yes.
And let me know if it is visible to you and we can take it up from there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay,
Namaskar to all. This is my title page.
Yes, sir.
Next, go to second page. The introduction. The main object of Buddhist cultural tourism are educational to place, monument, and pilgrimage of Buddhist culture. Enjoy of performing art, preparation of festival and other cultural events, acquisition of knowledge of folklore and arts and others. Since ancient time, there was a pilgrimage route from Kashmir to Pragjyotish, the present Guwahati, that is present Assam, along the foothills of Himalayas. This route also connected Kashmir with Garhwal, Kumaon, Nepal, Tibet, and Bhutan, Anga, Banga, Kalinga, Magadha, and others. There was probably a unique cultural entity in the entire region, and Sage Bharat refer it to as the Odramagadhi instinct in Natyasastra. Then another thing is Gyan is believed to be oldest center of Hindu learning in the southwest of Himalaya. This center is also called Sangrila by the Buddhists. It is notable. It is notable that this region also falls within the Odramagadhi region. Note again that the well-known ancient Indian center of learning was the University of Nalanda, situated in this region. There was another well-known ancient center of learning, University of Taksashila, on the border of Odramagadhi region, that is in the Panchal Madhyama region. Therefore, the Himalayan region has been, is, and will continue to be a point of attraction for wisdom seeker for centuries. The next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, the ancient Buddhism place in Assam. There are many ancient places or ancient monuments, ancient resources, but we have now elaborated only six. These six ancient sites are Hayagriv Madhav Temple in Hazu, Kamakya Temple in Guwahati, Sri Surya Hill in Gwalpara, Mystical Mayang, then Biaspara Village in Sipazar, and Dram Circus in Nalbari. The next slide, please. Hayagriv Temple. It is believed among the Bhutanese, Nepalese, Tibetan Buddhists that Master Padmasambhava, that is Guru Rinpoche, attained Mahanirvan in Hazu, and his physical body is under the foundation of the Hayagriv Temple. In this slide, here is the Hayagriv Temple, and it then there is a engineer in my colleague called engineer Manoj Kumar Das. He have given me an information that he says that in his childhood he saw a member of Royal Bhutanese, Royal family of Bhutan, drag an idol just near this temple, and it is just like our Hindu Ganesha. And after that, this temple, he described that this is he saw some description in their scripture, and as per description, he have dig it and discovered it. And after that, there is a temple-like structure they have made, and it is now well known as a Ganesh temple of Hayagriva. It is considered that a part of the secret geography of Hazu for these Buddhists. The distance between Hazu and Guwahati is only 23 kilometers towards the northeast. Next slide, please. Now, this is famous Kamakya Temple. And this temple actually originally, it is said that the original of this temple was a Buddhist temple. And after that, it is believed that it is a temple of Vishnu. Then finally, it is believed that it has come to the goddess Kamakya. It is also said that in Brajajani Buddhist master Padmasambhava went to Kashmir for the foothills of Himalaya with the goddess Tara, the one of the goddess of Dasa Mahavidya of Kamakya, with bell and braza instrument. And he returned from the Kashmir to Bhutan and finally attained Mahanirvan in his native place Hazu. Therefore, seen it, this is a very notable thing. Therefore, no any Zunipit. There are Zunipit in other 9 Dasa Mahavidya, including the Kamakya, Ma Kamakya, but there is no Zunipit in Tara of the Nilasal Hills. It is said that the Guru Padmasambhava take the Tara, Devi Tara with him, Tara and the this is one bell and braza instrument to Kashmir. Then it is returned to Bhutan, and he is placed in Bhutan. Tara in Bhutan in his part. This is Brajajani Buddhism. And the Mahamuni Vasishtha then take the Tara, return to the Tara towards the Kamrup. It is a might. Then next slide, please. This is Sri Surya Hills. Then this actually other than the rock carving of Lord Buddha, there is 25 granite stupa in different shapes and size in this Surya Hill, Gwalpara. There is also some Jain scriptures and Jain and also Suja scriptures in this area. It is near the Guwahati 132 kilometers from Guwahati towards the west. Mind it, the Hagrid Madhava and the Suja hill in the north bank of Brahmaputra. Then next slide, please. Mystical mind. Actually, we have already done one webinar full webinar about the Maya, so that you can go and search it in our ICOMOS site at YouTube. You have got all details about Maya. Then now I have just give one simple para about the Maya. The ancient time, Zuga was known among the Nat community as well as the Brahmin community of Kamrup. Kamrup means the whole Kamrup country. The Nat lives in the middle of the Brahmaputra Valley. This is in both north and south bank, and were probably Buddhists. The main place of residence was Maya. That is the southern bank of Brahmaputra. And there are 10 caves and inscription in Tibetan script, and it is in Tibetan script on the rock of the hills. The next slide, please. Next slide, please. This is my another very interesting subject I have done last 5 years in this village. This is called Biahuzapadi. We see that this is one braza instrument. There are two types of braza instrument. Then right hand was called Mudura, and the left hand is called Rangili Khati. And see this braza instrument is just like Buddhist braza, and we have this is very significant. Then the ballad or the Gatha music, which is dated back to the 4th century, is accompanied by the costumes such as the braza. This is braza and Buddhist maestro. What costumes Buddhist maestro wear, just like that. The maestro of this Gatha also wear the same cloth and same type of cloth of same type of dress. It is not only that. This Jagar song, there is a song called Jagar of Vyasujapali, mention goddess like Rakaseni, Tara, Brajaseni, and others. These goddesses are also the deities of this Buddhism, Buddhist. And there is a myth that Baba Guru Gorakhnath came in Assam, and his maestro or his guru is Minnath, and Minnath give him the spiritual knowledge and also give him the knowledge of Jagargit. And Baba Gorakhnath returned to the Kumaon and this Garhwal Himalaya, and he teach the local people this Jagargit. And nowadays, the Jagargit of Uttarakhand or Himachali is famous all over the world, as well as in the our country. Actually, this Jagargit are singing in the Navaratri festival of Ottoman Durga Puja in all over India. But this Jagargit actually, we have here is a myth that this Jagargit originated in the Assam. This Zapali, this Jagargit, means this Vyasujapali, performed in the Ottoman Durga Puja in the royal palace of Dorangi King in their royal palace called Mohanpur of Mangalore district and Uparhali Durga temple of Vijayanagar. And now in June 16, the Ardhanarishwar temple in the Patidorang of Mangalore. And in the 16 or 17 November, Rudreswar temple of Maharipara of Mangalore. And 2nd October, the Ujapali is performed at Parijati temple of Bayaspara, Sipaja. The next slide, please. This is drum circus of Nalbari. It is a very popular circus. It is called also Kamrupi Dhulia. This circus is practicing in the Guwahati, Romari, Koithalkusi area of Nalbari district. And this here in this drum circus or the drama, the Sutodhari dance, puppet dance, various somersault, funny acting, jokers, and use of marks and others you have seen. That it is said that this style of drama is very ancient and it is evolved into the dance and song now prevalent in the Brajajani and the Mahajani Buddhist monasteries. It is again noted the Sutradhari dress is still used our Vaishnava, Bias Mesto, and Buddhist Lama in the Assam. The next slide, please. In the sector of literature, there is a Sarjagit. Sarjagit is one of Buddhist songs used their Sahajjan Pantha. And it is Kamakha is longly associated of Mahajani Buddhism, as I previously speak. This Buddhist Lama from the Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet often visit our Kamakha temple in Kamrup, that is in Guwahati. They say that this Sarjagit they have sing were composed in the Kamrup Kamakha temple. In fact, in our close observation, it is seen that the ragas and melodies of the Dehabishar Git and some of Borgit of Assam are similar to the Sarjagit. Scholars believe that the writers of Sarga Gits, such as Luipad, Sarahpad, Minnat, Santinpad, Dumbipad, Dandanpad, and Mahidharpad, has special connection with Kamrup Kamakha. Next slide, please. Now we're going to the festivals of the Buddhists nowadays. We have seen the Buddha Purnima of Sankan festival. Actually, there are two different things is happen here. One from Theravadi and another from Mahajaniya Buddhism. And this is the Theravadi. And now I have described the four numbers of Theravadi festival, actually four main festival in Assam. This number one Theravadi festival is Buddha Purnima, Sankan festival. This Buddha Purnima, our Sankan festival celebrated in Upper Assam. And this is traditional New Year Day. It is they have in a Theravadi Buddhist community. And this is in a celebrate in Lunar Day and full moon day. And this festival celebrated by Tai Phake, Tai Atan, Tai Turung community. And it is celebrated in the last day of the old year, and a new days of the begin in the day after the end of the festival. The next slide, please. This is Poi Sankan festival. It is made of April. It is also called. It is also called Water Festival. It is just like the water festival of Thailand. The main attraction of this festival is sprinkling the clean water, which is the symbol of peace and purity. The celebrate take place in a three consecutive days. Three consecutive days. The idol of Buddha is taken out after the ceremony bath, and the holy bath of the Buddha is auspicious even in the festival. The procession is accompanied by drum, dance, and enjoyment. During the celebration, the local people makes homemade sweets and distribute them. An exchange of gift item is also common trial in this festival. Next slide, please. This is Katin Cyber Festival. That is Katin Cyber Festival. Actually is celebrated in the mid of October. The Katin festival is a ritual of offering cloth to Buddhist monks in the winter. In Assam, the villagers, especially the old men, have begun the weaving cloth. Actually, the old men, the villagers are weaving this cloth in whole night. And in the morning, they offer to the monks. And just like that, in our home, royal family, they have another thing is that when the royal person go to the war, the wife have weave that cloth in the whole night and give to the his husband, so that he have returned safely. That is kavos, just like a kavos cloth. Prior to the women take part in the rally with carrying a tree called Kalpataru tree. This is an artificial tree, and hanging some money in the tree. A procession stop in front of every villager's household, and they gave the blessing to the household owner. The next slide, please. Moiku Chang Phai Festival, and it is celebrated in the mid of February. The festival celebrated in the full moon day of Assamese month of Maga. Then it is just like our Magha Bihu, that is Bhugali Bihu, just like that. And this is a 2-day festival celebrated in February every year. And this is a traditional Buddhist festival and a colorful festival. In this festival, there is a mezi. Please see in the photograph, there is a tall mezi. It is about 4.5 to 6 meter height. And this mezi is constructed by traditional art and culture of wood, bamboo, soken khai, flowers, etc. And the mezi was then this is the mezi was burned, just like we have done in Assamese Bihu festival, just like that. And the program of the festival is included the hosting of the World Buddhist Flag, then Tipul Jam's prayer, community feast, administration of sila, and cultural functions, religious this is called religious discourse, and sitting and fire to the mezi, and the smoking among the other. This is wine, etc., etc. Other are offering to the guest. Next slide, please. This is another part of the Buddhism is the Mahajani or Brajajani. And we have seen there are, this is Theravadi are situated in the upper Assam portion, in the most in the in southern bank. In the northern bank of the Brahmaputra and the foothills of Himalaya, there are actually Mahajani or Brajajani Buddhism. And the southern bank, actually mainly in Upper Assam, they are Theravadi. Then this Brajajani have they are celebrated the Buddha Purnima. They have called it Saga Dawa the Sun Festival. It's just like they have called, they have pronounced in the Tibetan type. Then this is in the Buddha festival. It is celebrated in the Buddha Purnima or Vaishakha Purnima. They have called actually Buddha Day. This is the festival. Reason is the festival. They have pray for the long life of their holy gurus by tradition, and they are survived and spreading the Buddha teachings, so that they have survived and they are spreading the Buddha teaching among the peoples of among the peoples, and they want the peace, world peace. And Buddha, in this day, Buddha devotees go to the monastery and the temples and pray for the world peace. The next slide, please. Next slide. And this is so told the Sun Festival, a festival of miracle. It is known as Sopa or the Butter Lamp Festival. They have this festival is celebrated in the 15 days of first month of the Tibetan calendar, full moon days. And here they have the butter collected from yak, mattoon, or buffalo, and give them the shape, the different shape of flowers, shape of trees, shape of birds, and auspicious symbol by the butter. And this butter lamp are offered to the god. And this is the main features of this festival. And in the house, in the devotee's house, they have also placed some, also light this butter lamp, and in the public place they have lighted in this day. The next slide, please. Then this is the festival of Wheel of Dharma. This is so called the sub-festival, the festival of Wheel of Dharma. This festival is celebrated in the first week of August, and this is called Wheel of Dharma festival. And in the holidays, some of the celebrate in making pilgrimage and making offering the Buddhas. And it is the big opportunity to reflect the path and the impaction of our life. And the last festival is Laha Bob Dutsan festival, or the festival of the descent of heaven. It is the festival where the four Buddhas, it is the main festival of the four Buddha festivals. And it is celebrated in 22nd day of the 9th lunar month of the calendar. And Buddhist festival is observed in Buddha's descent. Buddha descends from the Terra Bhas Tivra heaven down to the earth. The next slide, please. These are some idols collected in the Assam State Museum about the Buddha. These idols are from 4th century. From 4th century to 13th century. Then this is collected by our member Gitanjali Borua. She had collected it. Then next slide, please. This is the list of Buddhist temple, monument, and Bihar of Assam. There are 15 Bihar in Guwahati, and 70, all total 70 numbers I have identified in Assam. Next slide. And in the most of the monasteries, we have seen a rich library and museum. In the Theravadi monasteries, they have used the language, the Thai language. This is the language. Use them as it is from in the 13th century. So it is very old language, and this is used as it is in the 13th century. The South Asian countries are came here to research it. How can it survive as it is from the 13th century? And it is the very unique language they have used. And many of seminars in the Upper Assam have religious seminar already held, and they have done the many workshops with the South Asian countries, mainly Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, etc. Then we have gone to the conclusion of this presentation. Next slide, please. We have seen in this brief discussion that Buddhist cultural tourism is not full swing in Assam. Preparing map of educational tour is still pending. There is a room of thorough scientific study of the Mahajam and Brajajani script. Traditional performing art such as Vyasujapali, Kamrupya Dhulia, etc. and folklores should be rescued and documented. Like the Theravadis, Buddhist temples, monuments, vihars, Mahajani or Brajajani monuments and others also need to widespread promotion, worldwide widespread promotion and protection. There are often a need of raise of awareness amongst the practitioners about the protection, promotion, dissemination, and the preservation of their intellectual properties. Critical and analytical musical development studies with the Sarjagit and mythical Kamrupi music have also been timely conducted by the literary or music expert. This required special attention. There is no special scientific research study for the Mahajani or Buddhajani painting in Assam. This is must to be done. And then there is a room of protection, preservation, and promotion of Jagargit. It is undesirable to keep this resource of the Northeast India away from the World Assembly. To the context, it is essential to provide special facility to the tourists, researchers, students, teachers, pilgrims, and others to preserving all the backup information, location, etc. in touch of a single button. Then another thing is in the point of
Dilipji, can we request you to wrap it up, please?
Yes.
It's been so beautiful.
This is only one para. Only one para. Yes.
Sir.
Study of scriptures, conservation arts, and application of organic material, including building technique, building materials, building tools, and others, from the perspective of architecture or civil engineering is required. Then lastly, Masters does not transport the very high level wisdom unless they have find the right seekers. Usually a seeker is not easily trusted by the practitioners because he is not able to misuse knowledge or perfect it due to dignity, respect, and hard work. Therefore, most of the issues are kept secret. This is the only way to acquire this knowledge if the right person passes a difficult test. Many of such signs have been practiced in this region since ancient time. Therefore, these are very mysterious for the wisdom hunger. Then we have acknowledged in books Sanskrit Samveda and Natyasastra Bharat Muni. Then Astarangadi of Kolan, Puttini Mattam of Damodar Gupta, Harsasarit of Manabhatta. Then English, a music of Eastern India by Roy Sukumar, a catalog of Sanskrit manuscript at a DHA, Chaudhary PC. In Assamese Sarjagit, Hazarika Dr. Parikit, and Nirbasita Prabandhavali by Borua Birinsi Kumar, Devi, Bordua Dr. Nimal Prabha, Sri Sri Shankardev and Sri Sri Madhavdev Borgit Chaudhary Gargnarayan, Okhomia Buddha Dharma and Buddha Sanskriti, Dr. Sutta Syamdeep, and Darang Rajbangshavali, Sastri, Dr. Vishwanarayan. Then next slide, please. Our informer is Thanag Shyam, Guwahati, Manoj Kumar Das Haju, Utpal Nath Mayang, Dr. Utpal Nath Mayang, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Borkakoti Nagaon, Dr. Paramananda Rajbangshi Sipazar, Mr. Barun Sharma Sipazar, he is a Biah Mestro, and Avani Sharma Sipazar Biah Mestro, and Mr. Kullip Barua Duliazar, and photograph sources, Google Image, then Mr. Gitanjali Barua Guwahati, and Mr. Gautam Talokdar Guwahati, Dr. Utpal Nath Mayang, then Angsuman Bora Mayang, and Mr. Dilip Nath Sipazar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful presentation. I would like to specially thank Dr. Sanjeev and Engineer Dilip, sir. Despite network issues and unstable network, you were able to present, and both presentations were great. I think the first presentation gave us a good look into the indigenous tribes and their festivals over there, and Dilip sir's presentation showed a different light on the Buddhist cultural tourism and the Buddhist communities and their celebrations. And I think we also got to learn a lot of proper pronunciations in Assamese from both of you.
Yes.
And it's great to see that Dilip sir's work and Sanjeev sir's work is also informing each other's research, where they're also crediting each other, with the acknowledgements. So a great knowledge sharing is happening here. It was great to see this. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeev and Engineer Dilip sir. Let's move on to the last and the third presentation for today by Dr. Harvind Bhandari.